Thanos always knew the awful price demanded on Vormir. He never stumbled into it by accident. To see why, you have to step back and recognize something huge. What looked like a sudden, explosive campaign was actually the work of a patient, terrifyingly brilliant mind that had been moving pieces across the galaxy for decades. Consider the timing. He waited until Ragnarok wiped Asgard off the board before he made his final play. Asgard, under Odin, was the one force he could never have beaten head-on, so he stayed in the shadows. Earth held two stones, space and time, so he handed Loki the Mind Stone and unleashed the Chitauri invasion. It wasn't about conquest, it was the perfect distraction, a way to grab treasures while Odin's eye was still on the 9 realms. He sent Ronan after the Power Stone for exactly the same reason. Let someone else do the dirty, dangerous work while he remained invisible. Every step was deliberate, layered, and ice-cold. This is the most meticulous strategist the universe has ever seen. The notion that he somehow remained ignorant about the Soul Stone's horrific requirement? Impossible. He knew. He always knew a sacrifice was required. A soul for a soul. And since he had no one he loved, no one he could bear to lose, he did the most monstrous thing imaginable. He manufactured someone to love. It started on a half-forgotten planet. While his forces were slaughtering half the population, Thanos walked through the ruins and picked up a terrified little girl, Gamora, and claimed her as his daughter. It wasn't kindness, it was procurement. He took another child, Nebula, and turned her into Gamora's rival, not her sister. Every time Nebula lost a sparring match, he tore out a piece of her body and replaced it with metal. He wasn't building soldiers, he was breaking bonds before they could form. He wanted Gamora isolated, dependent only on him, while keeping Nebula as a flawed, disposable backup. Years later, out of his entire empire, he sent only one person to hunt for the Soul Stone, his favorite daughter, Gamora. That looks insane, unless you realize the mission was never about finding the stone. She was the key meant to unlock it. He had spent decades raising the perfect sacrifice, but here's the cruel twist. The lie became true. The attachment he faked, the love he simulated to make the future sacrifice genuine enough for the stone, it grew real. He actually came to love her. That's why he kept driving Nebula and Gamora apart, year after year. It was his last, desperate attempt to make Gamora hate her sister enough that she might one day offer Nebula instead. He tried everything to avoid killing the one person he truly cared about. It backfired spectacularly. By tormenting them both, he forged an unbreakable sisterhood. When the moment of truth arrived on Vormir, Gamora refused to sacrifice Nebula, and Nebula would never have let her. Thanos was left with no choice but to complete the plan he'd started the day he picked up that little girl among the bodies. So tell me, what does this do to his story? Does it make Thanos more tragic or simply more horrifying? Don't forget to like and subscribe.